our generation should be the last generation to be fighting the climate crisis.
Seeing my dream come true, seeing so many young people in the streets demanding everything is not only inspirational and amazing, but it literally is, at least for me, a dream come true.
I knew that it was my duty to work on this for the rest of my life until we get this fight done. And I think it's similar to a lot of young people, in that they feel like this is a moral calling for them in a sense.
I started 5 years ago because I saw in my city of Los Angeles, we were being affected by air pollution, and learning about that, seeing how that affects our health and how students are getting asthma, how they're getting heart palpitations, and how they're getting other heart issues. It was stemming from those, from the climate crisis.
Back in 2017, I had a dream of young people mobilizing for climate. And I had this vision, especially after the disasters of Hurricane Maria, the disasters of the wildfires, especially the wildfire smog from Canada that blew over my city of Seattle and made it very hard to breathe and made the city just coated in this almost apocalyptic mist. We formed this organization called 0 Hour, and over the course of a year, we built up the momentum, we built up the necessary political atmosphere in order to have the youth climate marches on July 21st of 2018 and in 25 cities around the world. And then a month later, Greta Thunberg started her school strike for climate, and the school strike for climate movement came off the back of that.
I think that I am super lucky in that I have the ability to work full-time on climate, and it's really important to remember that for a lot of people, they can't strike, they can't just leave work or leave school because they would face a significant fear of economic and political backlash. We're fighting in the climate movement, and we're building the bridge between protest, organizing, and electoral politics. And we're fighting for a Green New Deal because we know that that's going to bring in a new era in our society of justice and of equity and climate.
Education is very important in this specific time because of the climate crisis, and education on the climate crisis needs to be implemented in formal education. The turning point that helped me to define myself as a climate leader was at the People's Climate March, where I saw a vast amount of people turn out for issues that intersect with climate change. It's really helped me to boil the climate crisis down as a fight for what we love and want to protect.
Young people, frontline communities, indigenous communities are fighting on the front lines every single day on these issues. To think that we as young people have to keep fighting to have a livable future or to even have a future is wrong. And I think politicians need to act now because we don't have time left.
I definitely feel a sense of empowerment just from the community within the organization and the movement at large. It's quite frustrating and fearful to think about these things every day and to be doing this work. But at the same time, so much of the work is just about channeling these emotions we feel. And when we have big wins like we have had just in the past year, it's extremely just empowering to know that the work that we're doing is actually paying off.
Well, I always describe the movement as an ecosystem. You know, in the forest, the birds, the worms, the trees, they all serve their own unique purpose. They work together, and they can't replace each other, but they work in harmony with each other. And so I would say find what you're already good at. If you're really good at technology or computer programming, if you're really good at art or music or dance, if you're really good at reading and writing, find what it is that you are good at and apply that skill to the movement, because we need artists in this movement. We need people who know about technology in this movement. We need organizers, we need writers, we need all of the different talents in the movement. So I'd say find what you already do, what you're already good at, and apply that into an organizational space.